We are here as Sacosat Regulatory Authority, in partnership with a number of actors in the Saco industry, as well as the forest industry, that is Kenya Forest Services, as well as Forest Department, and United Traders Saco, UTS. Basically, we are here at Iveti Forest to just respond to the call to green our environment by planting trees. As an authority, we believe that greening our environment is very, very critical, and we felt it is important we choose a venue, collaborating with our stakeholders who are able to identify this area. And they have been here to plant trees. We are expecting today, given the prediction in our rains, we are expecting nearly 3,000 trees that we want to plant here, working with the Net Fund, who are also on the ground assisting us. And we had also to collaborate with them to buy trees from farmers, individual farmers that plant, because KFS, I think, with the recent planting of trees, they exhausted their stock, for the trees we wanted, and therefore we are glad that through this we are collaborating with different actors to make sure that we make our contribution. Remember, the goal is to grow our forest cover in the next 10 years to 30%, and therefore we felt we should do our bit during this rainy season. And therefore we believe that the exercise we have been undertaking here makes our contribution to that. Not just the symbolic of planting trees, but it's because it's about our livelihood. It's about our livelihood, whether it's a food, whether it's sustainable environment, our businesses. We are all living in an ecosystem, and therefore that call by the president is very noble, to make sure that we plant more trees, because we know when you come here you actually feel it's a different experience, and that goes to improving our livelihood. And therefore as an authority, this falls under the period we are calling green finance, and it will go further. The conversation we are having is to partner with SACCOs, not just possibly in this Machakos County, but work with others to make sure that they also mainstream environmental friendly practice, and not just plant trees, but even what their members, what the business community, what the farmers do, should always contribute towards improving our environment, not in any way reversing the gains we are making. So this is something you'll see more of this. Our CS has given us very clear directive that SACCOs, through their business community and the influence they have in their community, can actually have a greater impact. And we are glad that as we discuss in the office and get this implement the directive of the president, we have community forest associations. Like in this regard, we have Iveti Community Forest Association that is already practically doing what we are, the policy directive. So we are happy to partner with them, because once we implant, we know they will require people in the community who will continue nurturing this, so that when we come here down the line, we find trees that have grown. And they say, we've been warned, it's not just planting, it's about making sure that trees grow to impact in the communities the way it is desired. So we really appreciate the opportunity, and we plan to come here more and more, so that when we come to check whatever we've planted, the 3,000, then we can add another 3,000 or even 5,000 during the rainy, longer season, so that we change this environment. You can actually see the potential of this area in impacting the whole community. So it's a great opportunity, and we look forward to cementing the relationship with the KFS department in Machakos, so that we can adopt a section of this forest together possibly with the UTS, so that if it's an acre or two, then we work on it. And I think that is a strategy we are adopting with the view, making sure that we contribute to the forest cover in this county, and even as we look for partners in other counties. Thank you very much.
We are here to do the tree planting, although I hear now this is tree growing. In collaboration or invitation with the SASRA. SASRA is our regulator from the national level or policy level, and one, we feel too much privileged and honored to have gotten that kind of invitation to be here. The very reason we are participating in this is to see that we increase the forest cover in a follow-up call of the president. He has made a commitment to do, I think, 12 billion? 15 billion trees. And I think the small contribution we can make, it will go two-way big to ensure that the president achieves his target. Number two is also we are looking at how do we also ensure that the rain patterns which have been experienced in the last 4 years we try to revert that trend. Because you see, like, we get rains for a period of like 1 month, which is not enough to sustain the growth of our crops to maturity, and for the farmers to be able to harvest sufficient foods for them within their homesteads, and perhaps to generate some income from that. So that's a call which we are looking at to support our community. As a means, one, to give back to the community. Number two, as a good practice. To demonstrate that as a circle, we are here to ensure that as much as we are doing business, we are also supporting the community to also achieve or grow their food storages within their homes. So mine is to appreciate SASRA, to appreciate Kenya Forest Services, the community, Forest Association, and all the stockholders who are here, who have come here to support us and support the call by our regulator, so that we can grow this forest cover within the country.
Kwa jina ni Daniel Musela Kimondio, chairman wa Vet Community Forest Association. Leo tumepanda miti na watu wanaitwa Sasla, miti around 2800, na tumefurahi sana sababu tumepanda kwa water catchment areas, na ni jukumu yetu kama CFA juu tunatunza na kulinda pamoja na KFS kutunza hiyo miti mpaka ikuwe sawa sawa, na tunawakaribisha tena na tena wakuje tuhifadhi hizi chemichemi ya maji ya Mpate. Nataka kushukuru watu wa Mpate sana sababu wamesaidia hiyo, watu wa CFA wamesaidia hiyo function ifanyike, na pia watu wale wengine wameacha kulisha kwa msitu. Kwa hivyo inamaanisha hiyo miti yote itakuwa sawa sawa, na ninawauliza waendelee na kufanya hivyo na hivyo, na tutunze hii miti ikuwe miti kubwa ndio itusaidie. Asante.